Good morning. Welcome back. We are doing tasty tidbits from the cafe today. And today we are taking some of our spices and we're making some infused oils because holidays are coming and we need to start getting ready for the holidays. And infused oils are just perfect to create a little gift basket where you can put in some bread and some cheese and a little odds and ends here and there. So predominantly we're going to do savory oils, but I also wanted to show you how you could do some flour infused oils because we are going to carry this tasty tidbits over to next Tuesday where we are going to put together some of these baskets. So I kind of wanted a variety so we can do a couple of different baskets next week. So first off, with infused oils, you need really good olive oil for at least the culinary aspects. So I'm using my personal favorite as far as oils go are Middle Eastern oils, extra virgin olive oil. I am not an Italian olive oil girl. I do Lebanese, I do Turkish, I'll do Spanish, or I'll do Tunisian olive oil. That's kind of just about what I use. I personally find Italian olive oil a little bit too bitter, and I also do not do domestic olive oil at all. Olive oil for me, because of the age of the olives, just carries a lot of wisdom, and you can get that greater depth of flavor with the old trees. And I have given the domestic olive oils a shot. It just doesn't have that same richness that I'm used to. So anyway, for the savory olive oils with the spices and the herbs, we're going to use extra virgin. And for today, we are going to use it for the flour. But when you're using more like botanical olive oils, like if you're going to use it for an oil as far as, for after the bath or just to kind of, accentuate for, some healing remedies, I would probably get a lower grade olive oil called Pomace, Pomace. It's not the first run of the olive oil. So extra virgin is the first press of the olive oil, and the Pomace is going to be like probably the third press. It's used when you make soaps, when you do different sorts of like skincare, that kind of stuff. And you can get Pomace olive oil at Black Cherry Market. You can get a big, huge can for like $13. So it's a really economical way if you're going to be doing skincare olive oil infused products to get the Pomace one, because you get like 2 pounds of olive oil for $13. So anyway, I went to Michael's yesterday and got these handy dandy cute little jars. They're cute and adorable, which is what I like. And for today, I've got the jars. I've got our Aleppo red pepper. I've got our za'atar spice, which is a combination of sesame seeds, sumac, salt, and kekik, or Turkish oregano. And I have isot, which is a Turkish paprika. I have oregano, I have rosemary from the garden, I also have garlic from the garden, and I have sun-dried tomatoes, not from the garden. And so we're just kind of go with these things. First off, I want to add the spices first. It's a little bit easier to add the spices first. We're just going to put that right here. I've got my handy dandy little baby spoon that I'm making a mess. And I'm going to add a goodly amount of spice to the bottom. I mean, infused oils are super easy and they look pretty and they accentuate any gift basket that you got. Can you come over and turn my comments on? I have assistant today because I do not have go-go gadget arms to do that. It's on the top. And then I'm just adding the olive oil on top. Oops, I added too much, but that's okay.
Can't find it.
Click on the top right. There's the comment right there.
This?
No,
comments.
There we go. All right, I am all set. So when you add the spices before the olive oil, then it kind of just automatically starts mixing it. And then that's it. This is all you got, and the nice thing with this is now this is all ready to be paired with a nice loaf of bread. So if you want to give a nice hearty basket, you could do, some za'atar, go to the market, get a fresh loaf of bread, get some fresh cheese, wrap it up, and you've got in a little, like, you can go and get a handmade napkin or a cloth napkin, and there you go. Next, I am going to do one of my favorite spices is the roasted paprika. And the reason why I like to do the roasted paprika as its own oil is because it has just enough heat to make it hot, but the heat from the isot, it hits you at the back of the throat rather than the front. So it accentuates all of the food, but it doesn't overpower it with the heat. The other thing that I like about it is that it turns the olive oil after a while slightly purple. All right, there's two. We've got one that's a little bit hot. We've got one that's going to be a little bit sour. So let's put him back here. And now I'm going to go with a garlic one. So I'm just going to pop my garlic cloves right in the top. These little jars are perfect because it has a wide mouth. You just have to shove it in there. And I'm going to add some sun-dried tomatoes. Not too many, because if they want to get them out, then they can easily get them out. So what would the spice used in the first jar? So those are mainly for dipping. So this would be dipping bread. So the za'atar, it's nice for dipping bread. So when you go to Italian restaurants and they give you like bread and the balsamic and the olive oil and you just dip your bread, the za'atar is the same thing. So you can use it, you just pour it in a little bowl, and you can just use it with, dipping bread before dinner or at breakfast. You can also use it for a salad dressing. So they do make a salad dressing with this za'atar and olive oil. So you could add this with the vinegar and you could make a salad dressing. And where can I find those jars? Michael's. I found them in Michael's in the jar section. They have this size and they also have slightly bigger size. I think I'm going to need more olive oil. All right, so now I've got my garlic and my sun-dried tomato. There we go, a little bit more. There. Now this is also going to release some of the red from the sun-dried tomato. And this is also a nice bread dipping sauce. So this, I usually, if I was going to do this, I probably would do this a couple of weeks ahead of time before I'm going to give it, so that it really absorbs the potency from the garlic and the sun-dried tomato. And then all you need to do is just pour the olive oil, and it's going to be infused with the flavors. And now I'm just going to add some oregano. Let's break this up. This might be a little bit too much. And then a little bit of rosemary. So this is going to be more of an herb infused. Okay, and let's add this to that. All right, so now we have our herb infused one. Where's my lid? Here's my lid. And I had forgotten, I had wanted to add some of my hot red Aleppo pepper to my my garlic and my sun-dried tomato. So Aleppo pepper is going to be a little bit more spicy than the isot. It's kind of like a medium spice. I'm not going to add a ton, but just enough. So now you kind of have like a little Italian blend. You have sun-dried tomato, you've got garlic. It's very cool. You can see the red pepper starting to float down, and over time they're all going to mix and match, and it'll be a nice little Italian-inspired thing. You could even put together an Italian basket with like fresh mozzarella and nice bread, and maybe even find a nice balsamic. And the last one that I'm going to do is I'm going to do a flour one. And this is nice if you want to use it after the bath. So I have calendula flowers. and I have lavender. So all this is from my garden. So none of this really cost me anything. This literally was about going out to the garden and picking out what I needed. You just need to just be aware of what properties some of these flowers do. And both of these are very calming. So people can add this to their bath. They can add it to their pulse points. They can use it as a slight moisturizer, and it looks pretty. See, it took 5 minutes, and now we have these different bath baskets. And I'm going to put this on a table and push it in. There we go, so I don't make a mess. So there we go. We have 5 different ones.
Doing a live stream.
And that is it for right now. Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you next week, and I'm going to put the baskets together. Bye-bye.